Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to set up your views in Xplane 11 without using XCamera or any payware, anything, with just default Xplane. So we are here in the Zebo 737, which I have actually not yet set up the views for, so I'm actually going to be setting up the views for real for me while I'm showing you this. So yeah, let's get started. So we're here in the cockpit now, and as you see, for me at least, the instruments and everything, you could barely see them. So wait, let's just get our engines running. Okay, so you could see the instruments now. So you see that they're like cut off, like you can't see all of them with the default camera view. So we're gonna change that and add a lot more. So let's just head over here to settings, and then you're gonna go to keyboard, views, and then quick look. Okay, so you're here at quick look, and so basically there are 10 default camera views for Xplane. To see those camera views, you could go here, view. There's these and these, and it's just shift 1 through 9. I think there's a shift 0 as well, but I'm not sure about that. So basically there's 10 default views, and Xplane allows you to add an extra 10 views, so you have total of 20 views in total. So basically this is how we are going to do it. So we're here in the quick views. So again, views, quick look, that's where you're gonna go. So to get those extra views, you're gonna scroll down, and it's gonna be go to save a 3D cockpit location, and then you're gonna choose number 11 through number 20, and there's a number 2 in here, but you're not gonna do that because that's a default one. So basically, whatever number you want that view to be, so like let's just say for this one, number 11, whichever view this is going to be set to, you need to press A on your keyboard to get it to go to that view. So basically, these are the ones that I chose over here: A, S, D, Z, X, V, B, N, H, and J. So you could just use these, it doesn't really matter. Those ones are available, but one thing that you should note is that, let's just say the A, if we change that to G, then it's gonna say that you're gonna have to overwrite, or you're gonna have to remove the shortcut that it was already. So here, G is already a shortcut for the landing gear toggle, and unless you already have a panel for your landing gear, which I don't right now. Actually I do, but it's packed away in a box somewhere. We just finished moving. So unless you have that, then you're gonna use this to put down your landing gear quickly. So basically, I don't want to override it because I want to use G for that. So when this pops up, if you don't want it to overwrite that command, then you just cancel and you could choose a different one. It will always pop up if it will be overriding anything, so it's not going to be a surprise or anything like that for you. So yeah, so this is A and all the following. So now you could pause the video here and go do that. Okay, so now that you're done that, now you're gonna scroll down a bit more, and you're gonna go, because before it was go to save 3D cockpit location. Now you're gonna scroll down to memorize 3D cockpit location, and then 11 through 20 with the 2, just don't mind the 2 there, and everything's the same. So basically, this is how you're gonna save the view. So basically what you have to do here is just add control in front of the letter you picked before. So if you go up here, number 11, I chose A. So when you go down here, number 11, you're gonna do control A, okay? So you're just gonna do that for all of these. other from number 2. Just act like that's not there, because you're not going to be bothering with that. Number 20 and number 11. So number 11 through 20 is the ones that you're going to be doing. Okay, so you could pause the video again and go set that up. Okay, so once you're done that, now on to the next step. So you're done here. Save. Make sure to save. There might be a save button here, but you could just press done if there is no save button. That's the same thing. So we are in the cockpit here, and this is the default view. Now I don't like this view. I'm actually going to be setting up the real views here, so it might take a while. Please be patient as I set up these views. So basically now you're gonna go to a view that you like. So I'm just gonna set this up here real quick. Okay, so I have chosen this view. I like this view. You could see all the instruments. You could see outside. I think that this is good. Okay, so now you're gonna go over here, back to here. So you see I saved the 11. Control A. So basically, to save this view, I'm going to hit Control A. So Control A, I'm going to hit that now. Okay, so I have hit Control A and nothing will happen. So just because nothing happens, that doesn't mean that it didn't go through. You don't need to keep spamming it on the keyboard. It has went through, okay? So just know that. Now I'm just going to move the camera view a bit like this to show you. And now, whenever you want to get to that view, you don't press Control A anymore. That's only to save it. Right now, you're going to want to press just the letter A, because in the settings here, to go to it, you just press A, but to save it, you press Control A. You want to make sure that these views are good and that you like them, because after you press Control A, then that's the view on that plane forever, unless you uninstall and reinstall the aircraft. So basically, you want to make sure that you have the good view. So see here, I just went off center with the view. Now I'm going to hit the letter A on the keyboard, and it brings me back to that view. So you could just test it around, move your camera a bit, then press the letter that you just saved, and it should bring you back to that view. So perfect. There's that view. I'm going to be guiding you through the entire, all the 10 views that I'm going to be setting up, just in case you want to set up the same views as I am. Okay? So it might be a bit long. If you don't want to use my views, then you don't need to watch it. But these are going to be some good wing views and whatever that I'm going to be showing. So I just say that you should watch it. So next, we're going to get a first officer view. So let's just move the camera over. We're just going to try to get the yoke center on the screen. So the yoke's quite center now. This is a good first officer view. Now let's go up here. Scroll down. So to save this, we're going to press Control S. So I'm going to press Control S now. Okay, so now this is saved as Control S. So now you just need to press S to go to this view. A, S, A, S, A, S, okay? So you see how that works now. So you just need to press those buttons. So this is A, and then when I press S, it goes to here. Okay, quite simple. So yeah, there. Now I'm gonna set up a view for this tablet over here because the Zibo 737 comes with it. So I'm going to get it centered here. And then you use the period and the comma. The comma moves backwards, the period moves it forward. And I'm just gonna get a centered view on here. And then I'm gonna use the 4 arrows, so the down arrow to move it down. Now the comma a bit to move it out. There we go. So I think that that's a good view, okay? Now let's go over to here. Control D is the next one. So we're gonna hit Control D. Now this is saved as D. So A, S, and a D. Okay, does that sound good? So there. Now we're gonna continue. So the next view that I'm going to want to set up is the overhead panel view, because there's a lot of switches up there that I always want to quickly be able to access. So we're going to go over to the middle, just like this. We're going to go all the way down to this panel here. I'm going to go back a bit with the comma. And now I'm going to move it up. And as you can see here, most of it is in view. So that's good. I just want to get it centered here. Wait a second. I'm going to zoom out a bit more. You don't want to zoom out too much, but you want it to be in good view. So it takes a bit to set it up. Be patient. You want these views to be good because you will not be able to change them once they're set. Okay, so that's about good for the overhead panel. Let's go over to here. Control Z is the next one. So let's do Control Z. Okay, so now let's go over the views so far. Pilot view, A. First officer view, S. The tablet view, D. And overhead panel, Z. Okay, so there. Now we are going to continue with the views. I'm just trying to think what view we need. Oh yeah, we need the FMC view. So for the FMC, we're just gonna move over here. And this is actually quite a hard view to set up because the FMC is quite small and sort of a bit hidden here. Okay, that seems about good right there. So you could access all the buttons and everything. Okay, now let's go over here. Control X is the next one. So Control X. And that's saved as Control X. Okay, that's all good and set up. Okay, now for the next view, I think we actually got all of the views needed for the cockpit here. Every other view is, well, there's no other view really needed here. So, yeah. Okay, so now we are going to set this view. So let's try Control V. Okay, so there we go. As you see, we're just gonna put it down a bit, and then you press letter V. It brings it to Control V. Okay, so we have all those views set up. Now let's go on to the next one, which is gonna be the same view just across the plane to the other wing. Okay, so this is the next view that we're gonna do. So after Control V, we have Control B. So now let's do B. Okay, so as you see, we have Control V and B. So V and B. So those views are set up and good. Now let's go on to the next view, which is going to be just down the aircraft here. And I'll show you where. So this is going to be the next view, like an above the engine view. So let's see what's after Control B. So after B is N, so we're gonna put in Control N. Okay, so we have V, B, and N. Okay, so those views are set up. Now there's gonna be two other views that some people might not put in, but some people might. So I'm gonna put in this view now. So we're just gonna go back to the cockpit here, and we are just going to go out the door here. Now we're gonna go up. So this is going to be the next view, a view of the cabin downwards towards the back. So this view would be H. So now let's do Control H. Okay, so we have V, B, N, and H. Now we have one more to do. We have one more view left. So we're just gonna go down the plane to the back here. Okay, so this is going to be the last view that we are doing. So here we have the back view, and now for the last view, it is saved as Control J. So let's do Control J. So now we have H and J. So see, that's how it works. So that is it for today's video. Some things that I want to mention before I go, just to make sure that nobody is worried about setting up the views. These keys that I showed you that you're setting up the views on, you don't have to set them up on those keys. It could be any key on the keyboard, but just to keep in mind that if that pop-up shows up when you're putting in the key to the keyboard in the settings over here, if that pop-up shows up that you're going to overwrite, then think if you're going to want to overwrite that key or not. Okay, so I just want to say that. What the? Okay, so I just wanted to see that. Why do we have our reversers on? Okay, that was a bit weird. Okay, so now let's just do one more run through the views. So this is the default view, the one that I don't like. So let's start. A, S, D, Z, X, V, B, N, H, and J. Okay, so those are all of the views. If you have any questions about the views, make sure to leave them in the comment section down below. I would be more than happy to answer them, because it's better to know what you're doing than to just go in and not know exactly what's going on and then mess something up and have to worry with the whole uninstalling and reinstalling Xplane to get the view good again. So yeah, that is about it. So make sure to put your questions that you have in the comment section down below, because I'd be happy to answer them. Other from that, there's not much else to say. If you like this video, make sure to like. If you want to see more videos like this, more tutorials, or more any kind of Xplane or infinite flight or flight simulation in general videos on this channel, then make sure to subscribe. If you have an idea for a future video, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. And I hope to see you all again in the next video. Goodbye.